Um, all right. So I'm up an hour earlier. I'm still in my trade mode. So okay, let me check. All right, I got my other computer set up, and then I'm gonna minimize this one. So can you guys all see the screen share, the AMS screen share?
Yeah. So you're not projecting that in the room. So if you're in the open house room, if you project it in the open house room, it pops up automatically, which is fine.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows how to do it.
Well, yeah, I can stream it to there too. No problem. Just a minute. There we go. Oh no, I haven't set it up to my account to that. So I have a separate account for the streaming. And I don't have the open house in there. So, but anyway, so can everyone see the stream now? You have to switch to. I think you can see the AMS stream or the MIM AMS footprint. Okay, can everyone see that? Yes or no?
Yeah, I think they're all good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the data feed. I was gonna keep jumping. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the data feed is gone now, but I don't want it jumping up and down the whole time. So what I want to show you is how I trade, what I look for, and yeah, maybe go over the trade what I just posted in the room. I think you all saw that one. So that's why I always use like real-time data. I don't want to use like perfect examples. So I don't have a slide, like a PowerPoint presentation or something. I just want to use the charts that we see right now. And I'm just going to scroll back now a little bit to the open. So 9:30. So a little bit of the basics, because I don't think you all know what it is. I'm gonna draw or try to draw here a little bit. So can we all see the yellow X on the top left? Okay, good. So what you guys see here is it's a reversal chart with footprint data on it. Footprint data means, like, if you look at the bar on the bottom left, there's, I don't know if it's really that clear, but I have another screen up and it's kind of blurry, but anyway, so there's two numbers. So one on the left and one on the right. The number on the left, that's those are contracts traded at the bid, right? So you have a dome with bids on it and offers, like that. Really nice. So if the contract is showing up in the chart on the left side, then it's a contract traded at the bid, right? So if it's at the right side, well, obviously it's the other way around then. So then it's a contract traded at the offer, right? Is that clear? I think it is, but if it's not, let me know. Because we're going to use that a lot. Yes? Yeah. Okay, cool. So what you get is, you can see aggression, right? So for every buyer, there's a seller. So that's no difference. But at least for me, that's how I use it. You can see who's initiating the trade, right? So if it's on the left side, then it's a seller who initiated the trade. And on the right side, it's a buyer who initiated the trade because they actively bought it from the offer, right? So a buyer actively bought it from the offer. So someone sure was selling, sure, but he was passively in the order book waiting for someone else to buy it from them, right? So that's a big difference, right? So if you are in a hurry, then you're going to do a market order, right? So I don't do market orders, but let's say you're in a hurry and you really want to buy it right now, right? Then you can do a market order and then you buy it from someone else at the offer that's available, at the best price available. So those differences, you can see that over here, right? So I'm not sure if you can all see the numbers. Can you see the numbers? Because on my end it's kind of blurry. No, yeah. All right. Yeah, it's small, right? Okay, let me. Yeah, figure that. Okay, let me try to find oh no, it's on my. Yeah, I'm showing my remote server now. So, is it annoying that you can see it? I can fix it, but it's gonna take a minute. Yeah, it's up and down, right? I think it depends on the connection to the server or whatever. Or anyway, so okay. So look at the numbers, figure out what it is, and I'm just gonna continue with what you just saw. So on the right, it's an aggressive buyer. On the left, it's an aggressive seller. So that's the main issue. No, there's no way to blow it up. Well, yeah, you can drag the divider between the chat window and the chart window. You can drag that to the left. And that makes this chat window smaller, but it will make the chart go bigger. Yeah. So what you see now is like, and you can see a distribution of volume. I think it takes a second to catch up. Yeah. So you can see the difference between the buyers and the sellers and the aggressive one, and you see how they traded it. So like right now, so this happened just after the open. You can see the yellow profile that I drew, right? So that means that this point here is a little LVN. And LVN means low volume area, in opposed to an HVN that's a high volume area, like this price. So that means that this point traded a lot. You can also see a lot of buy imbalances and imbalances, not to get everything mixed up, but so the buy imbalances show up when the sell volume below that is 250% less than the other way around. So that stopped right at the high volume, right? So they were really busy holding this, and then they failed because it went up. So everyone who sold it here is offsides, right? I think. No, where did I sell it? I sold it at oh right, I sold it at 1870. So I sold it here. So but what happened was, like, okay, so when I knew it was gonna stall here, I didn't know it was gonna stall here, but when it stalled here, they gave me a lot of information because I kind of wanted it to go here, finishing up the kind of the flush higher, but it didn't do that. So it meant the buyers from this place were still strong enough to push it higher. And sure, it was a squeeze, sure, but that doesn't really matter. They're gonna do that like more than once. So, but the main difference is, the important thing is that you can see that the buyers here are still stuck, right? So whereas high volume, there's a high number of sellers and buyers, but the sellers are stuck here. But it's not. Yeah. All right. So it went up higher. So then I look at, okay, what's it doing now? And now I see at the top of this one, but also from yesterday, right here, I see a big sell delta. You can see that on I drew it on the top right on the profile, the middle profile. That's the volume from yesterday, right? So there was a delta difference. From the on that price, the 22s from yesterday. So that gave me some information that might be a stalling point, but it went so fast it overshoot, and well, I got filled 21.75, yeah. So my average was around here. give or take. Well, I shorted more here, but that's not the point. So the point was that as soon as it went below the high volume point from this, after it traded the high, you could like give some so the chances for a short are higher, right? Because they're supposed to like hold it, because higher volume is higher a higher amount of interest, and yeah, so if they want to hold it, they should put in some effort and try to keep it up here. So they didn't. So seeing it was a kind of like a squeeze up. Yeah, there was a really good a plan to hold for the retest of the previous range before the open right here, right? So like the 10s or something, or at least here where it broke out from, so 13s. But I didn't hold that, and that's my own problem, and that's not something you have to follow or something. But my patience, my level of patience is just really low. But yeah, so yeah, if you like would have holding, like if you got a plan and saying like, okay, so it needs to test this range, it needs to break this level first, right? Because there was high interest before, so you're gonna look at like, okay, so where is it trading? You can see a lot of sellers here, 2K sellers, in opposed to like only 1,400 buyers above it, and here only 1,200. So there was really some interest in selling it. So as soon as it went below it, there was another good chance of going lower, and it did, right? So that's let me clean up the chart. It's kind of messy, and that's kind of like how I look at it and how I come up with trades. I mean, not so much the entry, because that was just like because I figured this was a 10-point move. This hold it, so it was a 3-point pullback, and that's just the swing sizes that I look at. And with this volatility lately, 3-point pullbacks is normal, right? And then I look for another leg up for usually around like 60-70% of the previous move up. So there was around the 22, 23s, but yeah, so I was already in the offer, so wasn't the maybe not the best entry, but I knew what I was doing kind of. So anyway, that was the plan, and then I want to see it stalling here and then not go higher, and then well, like I just explained, it needs to trade below that high volume from before. Same kind of here, it was lower but still significant. So that's why you see on the pullback the higher volume over here, right? Because that's an inference, that's like a level that they're either going to hold or at least try to hold before going down. Is that clear for now? Makes sense? Yes? No? Maybe? A yes or a no, please. So when it traded later on, you can see the profile going down, right? So there's like more or less a flush down, but there's a really clear cutoff here of where the volume traded, right? And there's a buying P here, so that's like a little bit market profile, but then like on micro level, because this did I explain it already? The reversal bars? Probably not. So this is not time based. This is based on the movement of the market. So right now, as you can see at the top left, can you see that? Yeah, it's a 10-tick reversal, and that means it doesn't make a new bar unless there's a 10-tick pullback or more, right? So it either needs to pull back 10 ticks or more, but from that point on, it will make a new bar. I think someone's audio is on. Where's that? Ryan, I think your audio is on. Or maybe I can just turn it off. myself. Oh, that's Marlon. Oh, Marlon, your audio. Doesn't matter.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Are you listening to me or Niels, Q?
Sorry, I'm reading the questions now. Hole in the wall. Yep. Tiny Tina, nice nickname. But anyway, so when it broke down, I typed it in the room as well. So we short 15s, and that's not like comes out of nowhere. When it breaks down, and they want to attempt to go lower, and they need to hold this level right here in order to keep the buyers stuck, right? And they want to get the buyers to sell mainly. That's pretty much the point. They want them to stop out or change their mind and then go flat. So that's what they're doing. So you had a nice 3-point move here, and then here it went down.
Okay, Q, can you hear me? Type in the.
If I remember
MTS
correctly, I think I went down 6 1/4. I can probably pull that up. Drag it to the 650. Take off. So that's what they're trying to do, right? So, and it's all just based on logic, right? So what is the market trying to do? It's trying to find a level that buyers and sellers are wanting to trade. Then it has some kind of balance, and then it moves away from balance, right? That's all it's doing. So with this information that you have here in your profiles, and in the difference between the buyers and the sellers, to give you some like a real time gives you real time information of who is winning, pretty much. So this gives you really like a logical view.
If I talk a bit louder.
What is what is like a high probability thing.
Any
that
crackling
happen,
or
right?
interference or anything?
So and that's kind of how I
cool, good stuff. Thank you very much, sir.
And this is our software, so it's kind of mainly tweaked to how I said it. So when there's more though. So if you look at the bars in the middle, I turned the data off, so that might not be the best decision. But anyway, you can still see from when the data was connected, you can still see the offers here. So this is called a book flow. So you see the price. Normally you see the bids here, the delta of the bid, the bids like in the book, the last price, and so the one on the outside is the delta. And when you're like zooming in, so let's say if you want to sell it here, like that's the plan, right? So you deducted that from your analysis. So you said like, okay, so this is what I need to hold, and I want to play that as many times as I can. It broke out later, of course. But you're gonna zoom in and then look at how the book is reacting to it, right? So you want to see. So this is volume that's actually traded. What you see in this chart over here. So in the order book, obviously that hasn't traded yet. So that's like they intend to trade that. So, but they need a buyer and a seller to get there. So what you can see is in this overview is that you can see where they are pulling bids or offers. So this is changing every change of the price. So you can really clearly see if they're gonna pull an offer or add one. And in this histogram, you can see where there are bigger bids or offers, and it's going to save them when it's out of range. So normally you have like a level, like you can see like 10 levels, right? I think most of you can see 10 levels in the order book. So that's like that. So, but when it moves away from that, you can still see here what the previous value was and how many people were intended to sell there or buy there a bit below. But that gives you a really nice information as well. So that said, I want to go with this chart a little bit, and then change the setting. It might have reset the data. I don't know, because I was planning to do it later. So anyway, so if you can we all see the new chart that been that's shown? Okay. So this is actually not the best chart. Next time I'm gonna make slides. I made up my mind. This is not the best way to show it. But anyway, so you can see the higher the lighter the color, the bigger the offer is at that price, right? So and below it's the bigger the bid is. So right now, here they were trying to hold it. So when it went to the 23-ish high, you can see a lot of offers coming in, right? A lot of offers, and when it went down, you can see them adding to the offers here as well, adding. It's becoming lighter and lighter. So, and that's kind of what you want to see, right? You want to see where people think it's strong and where they're getting like maybe a little bit micro panicking, like okay, let's put it in the order book. And right here, there's a little bit of a difference. Like here, they put in bids and it actually traded. And then it broke down to that level. So that's interesting. So it broke, it kind of flushed down. But normally this is a little bit more clear. Let me if you guys stick around, I'll do maybe another presentation on Monday or something, and I'll make some good examples because this not the best. Sorry. But anyway, you can still clearly see that the bids are coming in right here, right? Normally it would have been lighter, like more white. But you can still see it pretty clear, and that's exactly the information you want to see, right? You want to see where buyers are bidding, and they want to defend the price, or at least try to, right? And you want to see where sellers are offering in right here, and where they want to like defend it from going up. So that's exactly what you want to see. Right here too, you can see the bids coming in really clear. And pushing up another 4 points. So yeah, you know, that's kind of what I look for. So in combination with the footprint, with the footprint over here, and the chart I just showed now, this gives me a really nice feeling of where I should trade and what I should look for. So another thing is that, for example, here with the 27.19 high, you can see the high volume over here. It's orange. So it moved down from that. It wasn't finished, but only with one contract. And unfinished means that at a high or a low, the footprint trades both ways, right? So normally at a high, you only have contracts traded at the offer because they're not going to bid the highest price, but sometimes they do. And they traded both sides, and that usually means that they're going to revisit it. So when it moved back up here, it stalled right at the high volume of that move, right? So there was a really good resistance level because they know a lot of people are stuck at that price, and they need a way to get out, or they're going to be screwed. Well, yeah, so the buyers got screwed on that one, but the sellers were pretty happy. So you know. And then you're looking at the next influence level to where to look for. And looking at the profile from today, this was actually a good level to buy back because this is like likely to stall because it's an HVN kind of level. And HVNs attracts, but it also means that you're gonna be stuck with, or depending on volatility right now, maybe not. But normally on an HVN, it's gonna be stuck there for a while because there's a lot of trading going on. Unlike an LVN, that's likelier to blow through it and then use it as a kind of resistance. If you draw this, you can kind of already see that happened, right? So it's kind of like an over-under level for me. That's the way I look at it. Oh, yeah. So something else that's also an indicator that we made. You can show the open, overnight high, and RTH mid. Uh, yeah, stuff like that automatically. So this was actually a test of the open. So that's I just see that now. But that's yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah. All right.
Just the first.
Yeah, I don't want to make it too long actually this time. Prefer to answer some questions if you guys have any. So shoot. The setting of the volume. Yeah. No, it's so the setting of the volume. You mean of the delta print, Luke? I set it on auto now, so it automatically gets the highest volume and then makes so inside the bar. Yeah. So right now the sizes of the volume profiles are set automatically and in reference to the highest volume. So then you kind of know what is high volume or where is low volume. So right now with the highest bar, so that was also with the highest volume. So you can see the rest relative to that one, and I think that's important because you want to know where high volume trades and where low volume is, because if it wasn't relevant, then it would fill up every profile the same, and that would be, at least for me, pretty annoying to not know where there's high or low volume. Right. Do you base your stop location on market structure or? Well, I base it on volatility mainly, because I tend to take like 3, 4, 5 point trades, So I don't want to I don't want to use a stop that's bigger than that. So in my case, I tend to use a lot of one-on-one risk rewards because my hit rate is pretty good. But if you can do that, then maybe you should do like a 3 point stop with a 5 point target. But that's kind of that's kind of, it's really personal, to be honest, because it also depends on your depends on your personality, right? If you don't mind being offsides for a couple points, then then you can trade another way. But that's not how I do it. The way I do it is as quick as possible and get as much as possible in a little amount of time, and then be out of the market, and then wait for another setup. And I think I kind of did that this morning. If you see the post, if you read back, then I think it only took like my trades took only like short 36. It took like 10 minutes or so, So 10 minutes. 10 minutes to get 4 points. Yeah, I'll take that any day, Luke, you have to update to the latest version. Then you have that too. It's a new option. We released that this week, but it's gonna be an email about that tomorrow, I think, or Saturday. All right. That's it, I guess. Yeah, for the rest, just read along with what I type in the room when I have time. Pretty busy usually. With the software as well. Got some nice updates coming up. So I tend to mainly trade at the open. So I trade the open and then kind of till like the European close latest, and then maybe check it out at the US close. Trade the meme, right? The software poll, that's our own software. It's from AMS, yeah, and that works on NinjaTrader 8, on the free version of NinjaTrader 8. Yeah, and all the charts that you just saw, also the other one, and it comes also with a market profile chart and yeah, a lot actually. So yeah, I'll do that in a bit. I'll type it in the chat in a bit. And there's going to be a deal for you, by the way, too. So I have to figure that out as well. So, but yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, we kind of switched to NinjaTrader 8 since we now have our own whole suite for order flow at work. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Brookspine. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we tend to like update a lot because I kind of use it myself for trading as well. So if I have a new idea, then I just have a meeting with my programmers and say, hey, I want this and that, and then it's usually programmed in a few weeks, so or a week, depends on what it is. Anyway, so I think we can wrap it up. If you're interested in our software, then yeah, I'll type that later in the chat. There's going to be a deal too through MTS, and there's a 10-day free trial included. And yeah, I don't know. For the rest, just hit me up in the chat or an email, Niels at MrTopStep.com works, or just hit me up on private in the chat. No problem. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Good luck trading.